bring in our guests, criminal defense attorney Brian Silber and Rachel Kugel. Brian, this is a really important witness because of the timing. He says that it took about 20 minutes before he heard shots ring out for the police to come, and I guess there's the understanding that the police would have come very quickly after they got that call.
Yeah, I like this witness a lot. He seems like a very salt-of-the-earth kind of guy. Just a dude walking by, lives in the neighborhood. He's not involved in any way, and he seems to be like an honest reporter of what he saw and what he heard, even going as far as to say, you know, he initially didn't even think it was gunshots. You know, maybe it was kids messing around with fireworks or something to that effect. I think he's 100% credible, and he makes an excellent witness. Definitely an excellent witness.
Yeah, Rachel, it seems like he had a bit of the bystander effect. He didn't call 911 when he heard what he said. He was pretty sure they were, it could be fireworks, but he also thought they were gunshots. See something, say something. But what's your take on him as a witness? And more importantly, the jury had a question for him. That was a first. Do you think that question meant anything in terms of him as a witness versus these loved ones we've heard from?
Yeah, I think, right, he's one of the first people that can actually establish what was going on in the location at the time. So they want to see, in terms of an eyewitness, who did he see around? Did he see anyone running in, running out? Any evidence of that? I think it shows that they're being, as juries are, right, very thoughtful about cases and really considering the facts. I think, you know, what the defense is trying to do with this witness is the right thing to do, right? You're not necessarily saying he's lying or something like that, right? He is a credible witness. What we're saying is, you know, maybe he's mistaken. What he heard, he didn't believe what he heard was gunshots, right? If he had believed what he heard was gunshots, he would have called the police. So we don't really know what he heard, and it's not uncommon for, you know, just playing defense here, it's not uncommon for regular people. This is the most exciting, dramatic event that's ever happened in their lives, you know, to want to be involved, to over-involve themselves sometimes, and to, in retrospect, believe they heard something or saw something that maybe they didn't. So I think the defense's strategy is just to try to downplay the importance of this witness. Not saying he's lying, just saying, you know, perhaps he's not quite as important as he would have himself believe.
Brian, we heard in Chanley's interview that this witness knows a lot about the case now. He was talking about the ski mask and whether or not the bullet holes went through it. We're going to hear that walkthrough video today where they will match up what happened with what the defendant said happened. What are you going to be paying attention to when you hear that unfold in court?
Well, first of all, I want to see how the defendant explains what happened. You know, his body language, his storytelling, all of that will be very compelling. Secondly, it needs to make sense. You know, does it sound like an after-the-fact story that was contrived? Or does it make sense that there really was a home invasion with an intruder? And finally, how does it compare to the other evidence? You know, is it consistent with the other evidence? And I think this witness raises a very valid question. How does one of the dead people have a bullet hole in their head and a ski mask on, but there's no hole in the ski mask? That's a major missing piece of information there.
We'll see if the jury picks up on it and if they have a question. Thank you so much, Brian Silber and Rachel Kugel, for all of your analysis this hour. We are going